Hello and welcome to Planet Burke. We're going to make some oat milk here today, and going to show you how to make a simple recipe that's an alternative to cow's milk, cheaper than almond milk, less packaging than all of them, less trouble to the bees, less emissions, and really cheap as well. So there's loads of recipes out there, but I thought I'll show you how we make it in our house, if you've got some time on your hands. Our equipment here that we need to make oat milk. Number one, we've got some oats here, porridge oats, rolled oats, ideally organic. And we've got a jug here for measuring out our oats. We've got some water here to soak the oats, big spoon to help stir them up. I'm adding a little bit of vanilla to the oats today for the basic. This is the basic recipe. We've got a muslin and a sieve here to pass the mix through after it's been blitzed in our blender. Right, we're going to measure out the oats. So to do enough, there's 4 of us in our house, so for about 1 week's worth of milk, this is how much I'm going to add. So here we go. Kind of like 5 dessert spoons of oats, and after that I'm just going to add some water just to cover them and leave them to soak for about 1 hour. That's it. So here we go. So ready for the next stage. So get our liquidizer, take off the lid, take out some of the mix, put it into the jug. I add a little bit, this is the basic recipe, I add a little bit of vanilla essence, just a few drops, and then top up with some more water. So the quantity is about 3 to 1 water to oats. Put the lid on. Turn on power. Whiz it up. I'm going to whiz it for about 45 seconds. Count that in your head. You need to blend your oats with the water for about 45 seconds. Any less, then the oats won't break down enough. Too much, and the mix can become a bit kind of gluey, a bit gloopy, and it's unpleasant. Right, so now we're going to pass the oat milk mix through a muslin cloth. Yeah, any sort of fine cloth, porous cloth will do, but nothing too thick. So we pass it into the sieve, through the cloth, and into the bowl or jug. So just give it a bit of a help along. It's important not to squeeze it out too much because it makes it go even more kind of sticky and gluey. So we just help it along. So squeeze it a little bit just to get the rest of it out. There we are. And then we're just left with a bit of the oats. Some people turn it into flapjacks and cookies, but I've tried that and haven't had much success yet. So then what we have is a nice creamy full-bodied kind of milk. Right, so next what to put it into. I'm using just a glass bottle here, just like an old tomato passato bottle. And make sure you sterilise it. You can use jam jars or anything like that. Just keep, we've all got them around. Okay, so there we go, that's the basic recipe. If you want to jazz up your oat milk a bit more, you could add a few cashews or some other nuts, or I quite like to add some dates sometimes to give it a little bit of sweetness. Sometimes people add a little bit of salt to give it more flavour. The quantities you can play around with, but yeah, if you basically figure it out, 3 times water to 1 part oats after you've soaked them and whizzed them up, okay? Okay, so there we go, there's oat milk. You know, it's better for yeah, the dairy cows and so on, as well as the bees. It's a great recipe to use for making things such as Yorkshire pudding or bechamel sauce. You have to be careful because it thickens up a little bit quicker because of the oats that's in it. But it can be used as a substitute for most things where you're going to use milk. And yeah, it's very good for you. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and lots of love from Berkworld. Love oat milk, it's really nice. Cheese, yeah. Choke milk, choked cheese, vegan cheese.